Zoomed in, didn't you?
No, I did not zoom in.
You are doing something. I can see it.
You cannot. It's the face of a champion.
Yeah.
No violence in taking back the land, and proposes some means of education to further educate the population about how to use the land. And we think that this is important in a prosperous country. We also would like to thank the DR Congo delegates for proposing their amendment on setting up a UN body, because we've seen in the past that corruption has only led to colonial land reform falling apart, and we need the UN to oversee it. And even if it's the African Union or something that already exists to take in and be accountable, we think this would help both parties in the situation, because it erases the debt of the white farmer, and it gives land back to the indigenous people. And we think this is a great plan to put in resolution 4, and Iran is fully behind it. We yield the rest of our time for questions.
God, at what point do you rise? You?
Yes.
You just said that you don't think the government should be doing what they want with their land. Well, isn't it their land? So why shouldn't they do what they want with it?
Well, the problem with that is that governments have appointed themselves and given themselves the better part of the land. What's happened in a lot of countries is that the government goes forth with land reform policies, but then on the local level, what happens is that this land is given to the higher government officials and is not given to the indigenous people, which the higher government intends it to. So we feel that more of an international look at this problem, such as a UN body, to oversee that this land is being distributed to the indigenous people, which it is intended for, would be a good idea, and not having it on such a local level.
Sierra Leone. Sierra Leone, what about your
I had understood that these Caucasian farmers were quite wealthy because they own so much land. Are there a lot of them that are in serious debt?
Well, there's not a lot of them that are in entirely serious debt, but what happens is when farmers look to buy machinery and further their crops or whatever, they need to take out loans, and those loans sometimes add up to a lot. And we want the governments to say, well, we'll forget about your loans. You can have your machines and everything that we've given you for no price if you give up a portion of your land. And so it's going to help. It's going to help both sides of this, because it doesn't say, well, we're going to take the land from you, you white farmers, because you're just white. We're going to take the land. We're going to give you something in return, but we're going to give the indigenous people something as well.
Basically addressed now in these new amendments. The United States wanted to add an amendment about the harboring and funding of terrorism. This is being considered currently. Also, Palestine will according to this resolution, a Palestinian state will be possible, and this resolution is one that is based upon peace. Of course, the delegates must be willing to compromise to even have this peace. But personally, Norway has worked hard at creating Israel. If you remember the Oslo Conference of 1993, which unfortunately failed. But we have just worked so hard on this, and it would be really a shame to see it go, because we're not willing to give up on peace between the Israelis and the Palestinians. This is so important to us. So I urge you, if you wish for peace in the Middle East, please vote for this amendment, vote for this resolution. I now will yield to my questions for the delegate. Jesse?
Point of information. Are you outraged or offended in any way by Israel's claims that they will go against Security Council resolutions making demands on their nation, when it was the UN that established them in the beginning? And also, as to the behavior of Israel, that they make those demands but then do not compromise?
Norway does disagree with Israel on that particular point.
On follow-up?
On follow-up?
And how would you feel if we left today with the resolution that asked for more peace talks in the future, something that we've done time and time again and has failed time and time again?
Well, at least it would be asking for more peace talks, which is something that we honestly really need. I mean, yes, of course, there are certain things that must be done before peace talks can be carried out, but peace talks are something that we look forward to, but we're not willing to give up on this. Yes.
Seeing that there are no provisions in the resolution as it stands now regarding national security of both Israel and Palestine, as well as the assurance that refugees that will need to be evacuated if this operative clause goes into effect is not addressed in this resolution, are you not concerned with any aspects of this?
Of course, the Israelis have the right to live in security within their borders, as should the Palestinians. I would support an agreement to that effect. And also, yes, the status of refugees is something that needs to be added. But unfortunately, it seems that we may not have enough time for this. I would be willing to pass another resolution to this effect if people were willing to stay later, or even, if we had the time to amend it.
Thank you, Delegate. Now I'd like to recognize Geoff